because they watch so much TV every day. Like Mediacorp teaches nothing but crap. Television rots the mind. Every day wasting time watching Vasantham, Suya, Channel 5, Channel 8, Central News Asia. No wonder it's a Mediacorp kind of mentality. Anyway, Mediacorp, they know they have no quality of entertainment. They teach nothing, it's all propaganda. It's all bloody PAP propaganda. That's what happens, and that's why it's true, the television rots the mind. The minute they go into their homes, what they do? They turn on that television set. That's why the mind becomes an inabe, chibai mind. That's why Amos C is right. Our country is one of the most in the world. I could not help but agree completely with Amos C. Amos C, we all know all the submissive, subservient sheeps, like bound for the slaughter. Do yourself the service. Every day watching boring ass shows on Mediacorp, waving that stupid crescent and 5-star flag, but it's not 5 stars, 0 stars. Living in a country where we're paying through our noses. How much more do we want to pay through our nose? I mean, wake up and stop being subservient sheeps now for once. Stop watching that television. Stop watching Mediacorp. Maybe we can become better people, free our minds from indoctrination. One of the biggest mistakes we did is to sending our kids to public schools. We should be homeschooling our children. Then we don't have to be inundated with this PAP indoctrination. We don't have to be these subservient slaves. I mean, are we a free human being or are we a puppet? Must wake up. Right, one of the things is to kick old habits, not to leave tissue paper packet in the hawker center, because that is very inconsiderate to other customers. We should, although it's a Singaporean habit, but we should drop it. This tissue packet culture is a selfish culture that we have cultivated, and it has to stop. To be more graceful and let the seats it be free so that each diner can dine and enjoy their meals. And then at the bus stop, we should not be blocking the way at the bus stop. I don't understand what we achieve with that. We don't own the bus stop, you know. What's so difficult to give each other way? Why do we have to? Anyway, the bus stop is a very small space, so we must give and take. We cannot obstruct the way like that. It's the same thing at the hawker center. We should not be hogging seats. Because we must be considerate. Other people also want to eat and enjoy their food. I mean, are some of us so miserable in our life that we have to be an obstruction and obstacle? In the supermarket, pay for your products and leave promptly. Don't waste time counting your money and going back and forth. I mean, are you a smart shopper, or you're just an idiot in the supermarket? See, I think compare children with adults. Adults are the worst. Adults are more underdeveloped than children. At least children have the innocence. Children are better. Children have more grace. They know how to share. They play. They have fun. Adults are just assholes. Most of them in the supermarket, the hawker center, the bus stop, in the shopping center, in the schools, in the office. Most of them are just subservient slaves. Puppet being used, like they're controlled by the strings, like they're controlled by the Illuminati. This one is the source of. If I open a hotel accommodation, I put no Indians allowed. Because they do not know how to live in a civilized manner. Sorry, man. Have to find another hotel to stay. Maybe even the other hotel also don't like them. Here you have it, there's the Indian mama Pundet just now has earned herself being blacklisted in my book and not welcome on my Team Cody video channel. She's put on full blast because she's a mama Pundet. Mama Pundet just got what they deserve. Hilarious lady, hilarious woman.
Okay, bye bye.
It's got a wheelchair pusher. Bloody hilarious. Complete fucked up. That's why we have made into so many obstacles. It's just a hindrance. It's a complete hindrance. The woman she will look behind her shoulder and then she will, she has the most rotten, gross look ever. Because it's in their DNA. They are born that way. They are born that way. It's in their DNA. We cannot change them. You just have to avoid it. Avoid this folks. Especially from Serangoon Road, Kitchener Road, Farrer Park, which is the disease into Toa Payoh. The disease has been brought into Toa Payoh from Farrer Park, from Kitchener Road, from Serangoon Road. Basically, that's that part of all the HDB flats, Mulmin Kalang, Jalan Besar GRC, which swarm into Toa Payoh, Bishan Toa Payoh GRC. This is what we call gerrymandering by the stinking, stupid PAP gerrymandering shit I've ever known. Honestly, I don't even understand why was I even sent to a PAP school. It's a indoctrination. Don't they can think better to homeschool your children? If you love your children, you will homeschool them, not send them to indoctrination centers like PAP schools. It's not doing them any favor. You don't love your children. You're just making them a minion, a subservient puppet to the regime and autocratic regime. I mean, have you look inside yourself, your responsibilities as a parent is to homeschool your children. You are the light and the carrier of knowledge of English and mathematics for your children, for your offspring. You are the responsible to teach your children English, mathematics and science, not to send them to indoctrination centers like Guanyang Secondary School or Kuo-Chuan Presbyterian Primary School or PAP School. We must learn to homeschool our children, not send them to public schools, which are indoctrination centers. I mean, how come why did you send me to a public school? I mean, you don't know how to teach me English, maths and science? If you love me, you have homeschooled me. You will not have sent me to public schools, because public schools teach nothing. It's so dreadful to go to school every day from Monday to Friday and learning crap from our half-hearted teachers. That's why he calls it the halfway teacher in Kuo-Chuan Presbyterian Primary School. We don't want that kind of teachers. We want a utopia. We want a happy family. We want a utopia. Then our home should be the refuge and also the place of education and knowledge. English, maths and home economics, languages, grammar, phonics, pronunciation, basic home economics like sewing and cooking, it can be taught in the home. You don't have to send them to public schools for that. You can teach them in your own home, English, maths, and science. Why send them to public schools? What makes public schools so special? Maybe it's the best you should send them to private schools or homeschool your children. If you love your children, you want what's best for your kids, then you can set your own educational syllabus. You can teach them how to add 1 + 1 = 2. You don't need to send them to school for that. See? 1 + 1 get 2. 2 + 2 is 4. 3 + 3 is 6. 6 + 6 is 12. 12 + 12 is 24. Easy. Teach them multiplication, addition. Don't have to send them to public schools. You can teach them yourself. I'm sure you have 10 fingers. You have a calculator at home. What's so special about public schools that you must send them to public schools? Why? I thought homeschool is that it gives you more freedom to choose your subjects in a more holistic manner. So you don't have to worry about grades and societal pressure and bullying. Homeschool your children. Try to explore this option. There's nothing special about public schools. Public schools are nothing more than indoctrination centers of a regime, autocratic regime. If we want to truly build a democratic society, then we have to use our own initiative. We should have made the house a holistic place. When you teach 1 + 1 = 2, you can teach them yourself. You have a mathematic counting table, a mathematical chart. 2 × 2 = 4. 2 × 3 = 6. 2 × 4 = 8. 2 × 5 = 10. You complete almost. 2 × 6 = 12. No need to go to school for that. We learn most of our life experiences through ad hoc, through the home, through reading. Through the holistic experience. Public schools means you are letting the state manipulate your children's mind. You are letting the state indoctrinate your children. Are you sure public schools are a good option? Homeschooling is another option where you can explore. Holistic education, it's not just holistic education. Vocational, vocational training centers, basic skills like mechanics, home economics, sewing, cooking, Shatec, tourism, hospitality, waiting on tables, bellboys helping to carry baggage to the hotel room, ad hoc part-time jobs. What else that can be holistic experience for the real world instead of grades and numbers in school? This EM1, EM2, EM3 basically was a stupid idea, and I'm glad they abolished it. And basically the cane is just an instrument of terror, and the face of an angry, egoistic, forceful, sometimes even selfish, make horrible use, exploiting manipulative parent. Basically, like, just a complete asshole. I'm sorry I have to call you parents an asshole because you're acting like an asshole to your innocent child who just want to learn and explore, who just have an active mind and an inquisitive mind. When you cane your children, you are abusing your children. You are inducing in them pain and suffering. And then you make them fear you instead of respect you. And this fear can turn into resentment. And you are breeding, you are cultivating hatred in your child. When you keep caning your children, some of you use the cane too much. I know some of you like to use the cane too much. Some of you only use it as a last resort. But some of you use the cane too much for minor infractions because you just can't stand. You can't handle the situation with your child. So what you end up using the cane. And I have this, that you're not reasonable. You become using it as an instrument of terror and pain inducement. Basically, it teaches your child nothing but fear and resentment. And we don't understand why this. We just have an inquisitive mind, an active and playful mind. And as humans, sometimes we are not perfect. We make mistakes. Doesn't mean we have to get the cane because of that. You only cane your child if your child don't even deserve to be caned at all, because there can be holistic learning, there can be rehabilitation. You don't have to cane your child for that. Because when you cane your child, you are abusing your child. The cane is a weapon. No matter how much you call it, it's a birch, that is a weapon. A cane that's child abuse. When you cane your child, it's considered child abuse. You actually hate your child. You are using your child as a puppet for your own anger, for your own and that is a small form of child abuse. And then when it becomes a habit, you keep using the cane. That means you have given up on handling the situation in a humanly fashion. You're just resorting the easy way out. You are going by your instinct and your anger, and you are intimidating your child when you do that. It's not just you as the parent, sometimes the teacher as well, and the principal. The caning is only supposed to be reserved for Changi prison. It's not supposed to be carried out in the school, or it should be discouraged, because we have become a much more compassionate society. We can learn to be a compassionate and forgiving society. We can improve and develop our mind and progress forward. We don't have to resort to using the cane anymore. Besides, these children, they're just playful, they're just inquisitive. They need to expand their horizons. Why not take them, have a pep talk with them? If they misbehave, you take away their privileges. Don't let them watch TV or something, remove no going out, or give them extra assignment, or make them wash the toilet or what. And that is even a harsh punishment, to make your child wash the toilet. But at least it's better than caning, you know. But maybe because there's some retarded old fairy tale religious book that mandates caning, spanking, that's why you are following this method that is inducing pain in your child. It's basically an intimidation tactic. He only has the channel outlet to behave that way, to release stress and to beat back against boredom. He playful or what, he just couldn't, he didn't know, he didn't know the behavior is wrong. Is it so hard to just tell him nicely not to behave this way? Share your toys with your friends, with your brothers and sisters. If you share your toys, teach them how to be good. And good must always come from positive reinforcement, not negative reinforcement. When you take out the cane, you are inducing a negative reinforcement, because that you are striking the child and you are hurting your child when you do that. Haven't you realized that that doesn't produce any fruit? It's not old mindset anymore. It's outdated. You must try not to use the cane, because that's just the easy way out for you to vent your anger. You must use your words. Then maybe the child will understand why his action he does is wrong, and why you're trying to correct him. But if you use the cane, you will just see that you're just a big bully, like a monster. That a child cannot take this kind of pleasure. This is not Changi prison. We should not make a small version of Changi prison mindset onto the child, because it's child abuse. Caning is only suitable in Changi prison for hardened criminals like arsonists and robbers. And you know, we don't like that kind of environment. We want it to be a holistic environment, a care and concern, progressive, forward-thinking, compassionate. And actually, children have innocent minds. We should not be corrupting them with our anger and resentment. We should be caring for our children, laughing and learning with them. We should be letting them do what they want to do after they have completed their homework. We should not be saying no, we should be saying next time. Or we should be saying, okay, we can play this Scrabble. Or okay, let's play snakes and ladders. Don't say no to your child, because your child also has a personal interest. If your child wants a candy, buy for him 1 packet. No harm, just 1 packet. But also encourage your child to eat his fruits and vegetables. Always reinforce good behavior with good reinforcements. Then your child will love you. Then your child will respect you. Being firm doesn't mean you use the cane. Being firm means you're serious, you get down to the child level while you're putting him or her in timeout. If the child misbehaves, you put him or her in timeout. You don't cane your child, because caning is wrong. It's hurting your child. Why would you want to hurt your child just to get a basic good behavior from him or her? You are doing the wrong thing to your child. Caning is wrong. Why do we support that? Is it because there's an easy way out of our anger? Caning is wrong. We don't cane our children. We give them a timeout to let them reflect on their naughty behavior. We can learn how to progress forward and try other options. Are we still stuck in a mindset of the past? You know how caning hurts. It causes resentment. It doesn't teach the child anything except anger and hatred. I know before, I experienced it before. It doesn't teach me anything. It just makes me hate my father even more. That's why I don't stay with him anymore. Some of you don't even use the cane, you just use the hand even. You're abusing your child. Slapping a child's face is considered child abuse in my opinion. And if there's a law like this, you can be prosecuted. You do not slap your child. That's child abuse. That's not teaching your child anything. That's just venting your anger on him. Your child is not your puppet. Your child is a human being. He also has hopes, dreams, and wants. He's an individual of his own. He has hopes, dreams, or wants. So you must also be the facilitator, the protector, the guide, not the monster or tyrant. I see many of you like to deny your child that basic happiness. I do not know why. Is it because you can't afford to give your child the happiness he wants? Or are you using your child as a puppet? Because if you are doing these things, you are using your child as a puppet. You are taking advantage of your child and you are abusing your child. And you as the parent have become the monster. Have you no shame in yourself because of these old, outdated religious books you read? These books are all outdated, fairy tales. But then even these fairy tales book tell that God is of love. Why would a God be a tyrannical, cruel, horrible, sickening monster if it doesn't even forbid corporal punishment? Why does it even mandate it? It goes out of its way to mandate it. That's what makes that holy religious book ironically the most unholy, the most frightening, the most undesirable. That's why I never buy a Bible, I never buy a Quran, because those books are a waste of my money. They teach nothing but outdated mindsets. In my house, I only have things like maybe a Charles Dickens, something like think Charles Dickens is a good author. Roald Dahl, Enid Blyton books. So many things that can. Actually, just tell me, why do some of you like to tell people what to do? If you like to do that thing, do it yourself. Why do you have to tell the person what to do? Why do you have to dictate and impose on that person? Don't the person have a mind of his own and also have different interests, dreams, aspirations, and wants? He's not your puppet, you know. Who are you to tell the person what to do? Why don't you just fuck off and do it yourself? Don't you have your own hands and a mind of your own? Let's go kick rocks. Don't be an asshole. You don't like when your child hates you, but you're inculcating hatred in your child. You're inculcating resentment in your child. Every time you keep citing from the Quran, the Bible, I don't know what, the Book of Mormon, the Book of the Bhagavad Gita. I mean, are these books even relevant to the present day? Or we can have our own initiative on what God can be. We don't need to rely on books written by obsolete, maybe even illiterate bastards who live in ancient or very previous era, old era, very outdated way of doing things. Last time children in the previous era, the previous centuries, the 16th, earlier 15th century, children were not considered children, they were considered small adults. And they were used as puppets. They were used just as a smaller version of these adult monsters. Basically, when you grow into an adult, you have lost your innocence. You become full of anger, full of expectation. You become basically an asshole. But I think that's what's in the DNA of adults. Not all adults behave like that, but many of them do. They become selfish. They become consumed in work and numbers, in statistics, in ego, in pride, in politics. It's like the adult world is the most complicated, the most miserable type world. And why is our country, Singapore, ranked the unhappiest? You know, you want to be angry with certain people who advocate for more human rights. Especially, you should be angry with your own fucking country. It's like Amos C is right. Your own fucking country is a piece of shit anyway. I am sorry I have to say that. It's the plain truth. You make your country a piece of shit. It's not that people just own self want to make fun of your country. You have made your country a piece of shit. And one of these thing that is festering this negativity is caning, the caning system. There's so many systems that is all corrupt, that is all outdated, is all obsolete. This all has to be abolished. The death penalty, caning, corporal punishment, halal certification, religiosity in schools, prayer in schools, abortion restrictions. We have already only abolished one discriminatory law, which is Section 377A. But I think we can do more than that. Just repealing Section 377A is not enough, because many of you assholes still think homosexuality is wrong, or it's a disgusting perverted sexual act. But it's not. It's a natural human, or nobody is perfect. We have different inclinations, and not all gay people engage in anal sex. You know that, right? So stop blaming gay people. If you think they are wrong, why don't you teach them? If good things must come with good and positive reinforcement, not by being homophobic, not by being discriminatory. If they want to fly the rainbow flag, that is their business. Who are you to tell them what to do? Why would they not want to fly the rainbow flag? Why would they not like about the rainbow flag? Why would you assume they will agree to take down the rainbow flag just because you tell them to, and you're just disrespecting them? They will say, go fuck off, go fuck yourself. You don't tell them what to do. They have their rainbow flag is their identity. Why would they not like the rainbow flag? That it represents them, their diversity, their aspiration, their positive look. It doesn't even show anything sexual, but the perspective of the beauty of nature, life, warmth, growth, friendship, love, diversity. Something that has good intention, that's just meant to be inclusive. It just says no discrimination. It's just inclusive, fair employment practices. It's just a reinforcement that we fight against homophobia, against discrimination, against name calling. But then you look at the LGBT flag like as though it's some sort of offensive, obscene symbol. You know what's obscene? You want me to show you what's obscene or not? You want me to give you a reason to be something to be upset about? All is just there is just a rainbow flag that represents, this is their business. They want to fly the rainbow flag. It's their business. Who are you to tell them to take the flag down? The rainbow flag is not a hindrance to you. In fact, you are a hindrance to them. You are trying to interfere with their lives. They're not your puppets, right? They have their own life. They have their own life to live. It's got nothing to do with you. Who are you to tell them to take down the rainbow flag? You are being more of a hindrance to them. You are being a source of pain to them. You do know the rainbow flag represents them. It's an identity to them. Why would they not fly the rainbow flag? Why would they not be attracted to the same sex? Why would they not find a gay man handsome? You think you only people exist, or they don't exist, is it? It's just like you cannot be gay, they cannot be straight. It's both way. It's in their DNA. It's embedded in their DNA. It's who they are. They were made that way. The only difference is that maybe they can just become celibate. But why go celibate? I thought there's a pursuit of happiness, and there is this is a personal liberty. It's their body, their choice lah, their business lah. What's it got to do with you? They want to fly the rainbow flag. That's not even an obscene thing. That's a colourful flag. Hello, for God's sake. It's so beautiful, that flag. Yet you want to turn it into something negative. You want to let it manifest in you something negative. You want to let it bother you. Why would you let something so inclusive and colourful bother you? It means you are the one with the problem, not them. The flag is not even telling you to do anything. The flag is just giving them the space, that common space, that they are also included in society, in the workspace, or it's an LGBT friendly cafe. Like I see there's a shop or LGBT inclusive clinic. Because the transgender people suffer a lot. That's why they need a little bit of reinforcement and a little bit of an identity. That is this a transgender affirming clinic, for example. Because they have gone through decades of discrimination and harassment. That's why they have to put that flag that shows that is the straight allies. We welcome you. You have whatever our differences, we find common space. We are still human beings. We are all the same inside. Not everyone is perfect. Not everyone is the same. We have different, no matter what our background, our personal interests, our sexual orientation. We are all the same inside. We need basic human rights. Just like you say, no matter what race or religion. But it's not just about race or religion, right? Why can't it be extended to sexual diversity? Because sexuality also is a complexity in the human mind of interest, the love. You cannot interfere with what's of the matters of the heart. Why would they not find a gay man handsome since they are gay? Of course, a gay man will be attractive to them, right? Because it's same-sex beauty, same-sex handsome, charming looks, fit, strong. Why would they not find a man handsome? Why are you still acting so surprised as though they are so weird or warped? If you know they are gay, they'll be attracted to someone of the same sex as them. That's what makes them happy. That is in their DNA. That is natural, genetic and biological factors. You're trying to fix them, trying to make them straight. It's like you're trying to manipulate them, and then you make them into your puppet, like the same to your expectation, like that. Where it's got nothing to do with you. Their personal life is their personal life. And flying the rainbow flag doesn't mean it's like they're inviting you for gay sex. Flying the rainbow flag means it's just providing a common space. This is a place that does not discriminate. It pays the same wages. We don't have old mindset anymore. It does not discriminate. We are welcoming and tolerant. We do not call people names. Gay people are welcome. That's all. It's not asking you. It's not trying to force the gay lifestyle on you. You want to be straight. You are straight. That's you. You are confident in your sexuality. You are straight. You should not have that insecurity in you. You should not be offended by a small piece of gay flag that's not even displayed in front of your house. It's just on somebody's thumbnail, or it's just on somebody's avatar. Why would he not want the gay flag since the gay flag represents him? Come on, use your common sense. It belongs to him. It's his own decision. It's not your decision. Why it has to be decided by you? It's supposed to be decided by him. It's his own freaking channel. Every time you watch, they say good morning, or good afternoon, or hello, welcome. This is another video recorded by Zach. Do you even respect that he has his own personal interests? And if you share the same interest with him, all the more welcome. If you don't share the same interest, then fuck off. You don't tell people what to do. Don't tell me to change my avatar lah, my colorful flag lah. Why would I not want that colorful flag if it's beautiful for me? It does represent me, right? You know it does represent me. Why would I change that flag? Why would I? You think I would listen to you? Go fuck off, man. You don't like that flag? Fuck off. Leave. You're welcome to. Nobody is forcing you to have that flag. It doesn't represent everyone, I know, but it represents the LGBT community. And it's not even a real flag in front of your house. Even if it's a real flag, if you study the meaning of the flag, it's designed by Gilbert Baker. I think if I'm not wrong, in 1978. It's designed by Gilbert Baker. It's a flag that says, that promotes a common space. We provide a common, open and tolerant space. You are welcome, they are also welcome to share the same common interests in the pursuit of happiness. Whether to pursue their dreams together in employment, in social clubs, in accommodation, no discrimination. It just says no discrimination, that's all. And then it's just a beautiful way to express it. It's just the meaning of the colors means, I think yellow represents sunlight and warmth, green represents nature and life. Are you so negative that you turn every color into it as something obscene? You are the one that manifests in your mind as obscene, but actually is a good, well-intended meaning for the community that represents them. It's not just about what they do in their private life, it's also about their dreams and hopes. And that quirky, beautiful, diverse imagination as a community they have, because they have that X factor of, that's what makes them special also. There's many perspectives in finding a common dream. It's a diversity of everything. Your dreams, your hopes, your happiness, your life, your nature. Fashion sense, it could also be influenced by fashion sense. It could also be influenced by the principle of follow that rainbow. Pursue your dreams. And they also have dreams too. They also have their own sense to pursue their own happiness. And if we give some thought, and if we are not so selfish, they also want human rights also. You know, that's why they fly the rainbow flag, because it represents their hopes, dreams and aspirations. It represents their identity. If they don't fly that flag, that means there's something wrong. They're not supportive of themselves. Of course they will fly that flag if they want to create some sort of community that provide some holistic support to one another, right? It's also a safe zone. They share, it's a like-minded thinking. It's like many other social clubs have flags of their own. We don't go in busybody, go and tell their social club to take their flag down, because that's for them, it's their business, it represents their social club, right?